Okay, so the new F22 update, which is released obviously today. So you'll take the file. First, you want to double check with our workspace because there's a new thing in Roblox which actually can affect the vehicle seats, which if you go to your signal behavior and properties, which is in your view tab properties, make sure it's on default or immediate, and then if we go down to server script start or server script service, you should toggle load string enabled, and that is just for the scripts to run. And then of course once you have all that, if you go to your game settings, permission or security, you allow A2E request. You do not need this one. I don't know why this one ever happened, but this is just data stores. You don't need that. Well, once you have all that, you can, once we find my file here, so this is the file. You take this stuff from replicate storage, and then you control U, or you just right click on group, and you put it in its designated spot. So server script start service would be right here, which I've already got it. So then our workspace, we have what is required for this. It's just to keep the workspace clean, and then we have the weapons, and then this is the ground refuel, which I don't need, I already got. And this is the ILS part, so this is if you want to have ILS working on your HUD. And then of course the tanker if you want the aerial refuel. And then of course the F22. So now, if we set this up correctly, which I'm going to keep in workspace, and then of course we got the tools. You can put this wherever you want your tools, or however you give them to your players. You can put this in starter pack or anything like that. But once we're done with that, we must go to file, and we must publish the Roblox. And if you have output open, you'll see this little message down here. And there you go. I just gotta find my okay, there we go. So now when we go in Roblox here, now if we press F9 server, you'll see this. This means that you are whitelisted. Now, any single error will be put into this, such as a script error or a whitelisting error will always be an output, which is F9, and you must be on the server because only client errors will show up here. Server errors will be here. So it'll take a long time to load in all these meshes. So this plane right here is the whitelisted one. So we're going to use that one to show off a little bit of the capabilities. And hopefully I get everything in this video, because there's quite a lot of things. that are changed. Some stuff is still the same. Oh, I did not want to do that. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay. That's what we're doing. Fuel tank. Okay. So now we're going to go a little bit over the explanation of the external hardpoints and stuff like that. So you can actually remove these. And then, so if you have no hardpoints and your, god damn it, your missile bays are closed. Let me out. So if you have no hardpoints and your missile bays are closed, you actually have a reduced cross section, so you can not be targeted as far away as you usually can. Of course, we're going to reattach this. And also, it does register when you remove this. And you can move it around and interact stuff. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Now we can get in. So, since there is no canopy switch, this switch is C. Or if you were on a phone, it'd be a button on here. Okay. So now, in order to start it, there's a lot changed. You have auxiliary power, CNI, battery, left gen, right gen, APU. And you see here, APU is going to be ready. And right throttle to start spooling the right engine, and you'll see your fan start to move. And left engine, see left fan start to move. And then once it hits 60 RPM on either one, these other screens will turn on. And if we go here, here's the eject arm. And then of course we can eject if we have our eject arm on. But while this is starting, we're going to go to the other stuff. So we got the parking brake. The parking brake is automatically disabled. So now the parking brake's on, now it's off. Tail hook, of course, because the F22 has a tail hook, which not many people actually know that. Master arm, of course, if we want to be able to shoot our gun. And, of course, landing lights, taxi lights. Which I think will turn the... Hold on. I forgot I don't have a admin system here. Damn, I forgot it. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it to darkness real quick. Oh, it's clock time. Sorry. I was a little distracted by somebody interrupting me. But, okay. So now that we are in the darkness, we will turn on our landing lights. It looks better that way. refuel, of course. It does work with the tanker. And then we also have dump, which there is no visuals, but as you can see, you start losing fuel very fast, so I'm not going to have it on for long. But, so, lights. I'm going to turn them to normal. And then, so it's actually 2 for just the lights to be on, so you click it 2 times. 3 if you want it to flash. And then it's 4 again is to just have the position lights on. There is no anti-collision lights. Yes. So we'll have those on. And then all that should be ready. And I think I have all the switches, so that should be all good. Okay. Oh, first, before we start flying, actually, we're going to talk about the MFDs here. So there's a new screen called FCS. Now this is accurate to all of, see, you see my mouse moving? This is your elevators, airlines, this is all accurate. Now if I were to choose my rudders, flaps, left and right, flaps are down. Oh, I pressed C, not B. And then as you notice here, it'd be like, oh, I have tanks, why is they not showing up? It's because I ran through all my fuel. I dumped all the fuel from my tanks. So I'm at internal fuel right now. So that's why you only see this. And it is accurate, so if I were to do dump, you'll see it starts to go down there. We're not going to do it for very long, but accurate to what it is. This is how many tanks, so this number right here is how many tanks you have. This number is how much fuel you have. But, next, we have the SMS page, of course, all over weapons. We can either click this, or we can hit U. So it's either the U, or not. So, gonna have open. And then we'll keep FCS on. Oh yeah, next. TID. This also does work. Compass, everything like that. Latitude, longitude works. Current heading. All that fun stuff. Then we go back to menu to go back to this screen, and then radar. Radar. Back to menu. That's about it. So we get the fuel, that. Of course, engine. And you can do this on any page. Like, I want that, that, that. So, all this works. Now, if my parking brake is off, which we'll find out it is, so just sit here, taxi to the runway. And now I'm wondering if I should show off what everybody's been wanting for this plane. The one control to pull off insane maneuvers. I think I'll do it. Okay. So, I'm not going to do it till I'm in the air though. fuel tanks. We don't need those. Okay, now. No, that's not right. Okay. It's called FCS override, which you'll see it here. So this basically overrides the amount of G's you can pull. And also, as you can see, your nozzles respond to your controls now. So, if I wanted to, now this is a lot better going full throttle because you can really pull the highest of G's here. But, so you can pull up maneuvers like this, which if you actually look, can do really high G turns, which is just a little bit different than what you would see without the override. So like if I were to turn right here with the override, a very tight turn radius. But if I were to turn it off, you can see not as tight. This exceptionally gives you better downforce turning. It is way better with downforce. If I want to pull up really fast. So that's basically the FCS override. I'm sure you want to see the weapons more than anything. So we are going to open our bomb missile bays. I almost called it bomb bays because I feel like I'm in a bomber all of a sudden. But now, in order to arm a weapon, you need to hit up arrow. And then we're gonna, yeah. Now if you have one armed, you can press F and it will go. You can see it. Which, apparently, my missiles are being slower than my actual plane. Which I will need to fix. Actually, fun fact, they're actually going backwards, which means I need to change that around. Quite hilarious, I may in fact say. But that will be fixed when I release this in about an hour. So anyways, that's a little showcase of what the new stuff is. And see y'all's around sometime, I guess.